entitlement. The truth of the matter is that I have been a follower. As a member of UID, I never fought for any high position of UID. I was a humble follower. We need leaders who have humility, not arrogance. When I was defeated in Nambole by Sebana Kizito, I humbled myself and became his campaign manager and his group president. We need leaders who are humble. Humility is very important. Of course, when you become big, when you become a member of parliament, when you become a president of the party, two things can happen when you become a big person. Either you grow or you swell. Dear delegates, the responsibilities that have been entrusted to me have enabled me to grow but not to swell. What I have witnessed here among some of our big names is evidence not of growth but of swelling. Thirdly, as we go to cast our ballots, look at the faces on the ballot paper.
I can safely tell you that right now the situation has calmed down. The procedure for election is now ongoing with complete intent. There has been some bit of cataclysm by personalities that believe that laws, obedience to the laws and the established standards in the constitution of BP is optional. You see, qualifications are a production of the law. They are provisions of laws. It is not the subject of popularity. If for you, instead of garnering support from the delegates that are voters, you instead raise from Wazoks and Palokas outside the delegates conference for purposes that you obtain adulations from those that will not in effect vote. Don't expect us to allow them to a delegates conference. A delegates conference is like a conclave of cardinals where the Pope is supposed to be elected. Every Catholic only waits for the white smoke. It does not matter whether you are a catechist, whether you are a bishop, whether you are archbishop. If you are not within the precincts of a cardinal, you don't participate in the election of the Pope. So fellows that were ejected from the delegates conference, first of all, were unruly. They had adopted shenaniganism, completely unruly and not members. You were not in the guest list, you were not the members list. So clearly, they were only portending chaos for the Democratic Party. And in my opinion, I think if you want to be a leader, people must know that we leaders lead. But you see, the teeth that can put on a smile are the same teeth that can actually be used to bite. And this is what some people must have to know. that we are leaders, yes. We can laugh, but at the same time, leadership can demand that we can also put on wrinkles. That is what actually took place. Today, I am happy that voting is continuous. We don't know who will win. I have campaigned for my candidate, and I am sure I have done my job, and he will make it. Because first of all, he has a record that can speak to itself.
Do you admit that DP is divided, and we've seen you've gone through and opposite? What will be your center of focus?
The Democratic Party has a divergence in opinions. But divergence and a multiplicity of opinions does not amount to division, except if those that bear the opinions do not know how to handle contradictory or contradicting opinions. Of course, we are still dealing with the low relative maturity of politicians. They do not know how to handle divergent and opposition views. For example, I have got opposition views. My views on the cooperation agreement are completely antagonistic to those of the president of the party, but I am his chief campaigner. Now that means we know how to handle our own differences in opinion. The differences in opinion cannot amount to a faction, they cannot amount to animosity, they cannot amount to complete malversation. No, you must be in a position to be with a leader with the contrary opinion, so that debate is what amounts to a unified opinion. And that is why the political party is divided into organs. The organs are intended to each time debate contrary opinion to arrive at a unified decision for the political party.
Your center of focus?
So our center of focus is going to be progress. We want state power. We are not going to behave like a trailer that can stop at a barking dog. Because even if we stop, it cannot board. So why are we going to? We are not going to. We are going to proceed unconcernedly. And I can assure you, just like the windings of a river, we shall deposit whatever becomes heavier for us in our windings as a silt, except if people are willing to move, because there is no time. Between now and December next year, we must know whether DP is going to form government or not. So there is no time but to look for support everywhere, like mad people. That is what we are going to perform.